Die Hard, still great.
Yeah. Hey, what do you say we make it a double feature?
What else did you rent?
Die Hard 2.
Joey, this is Die Hard 1 again.
Oh. Well, we watched it a second time, and it's Die Hard 2.
Joey, we just saw it.
And?
And it would be cool to see it again. Yeah! Die Hard!
The Education Lounge Podcast.
Welcome to our Christmas episode. And if you were watching our Christmas episode last year, where we did Elf, you'll have known that Andrew, our house film buff and editor of the podcast, suggested we do what he calls a Christmas film.
It's a Christmas film.
We'll get into that. So if you remember from last year, we are going to go through Die Hard today. The story breakdown, the character arcs, and whether it really is a Christmas film.
It really is.
I don't think it is. We're also joined by Santa,
yeah. Ho, ho, ho. He's just going to be doing that. He's going to do that the whole time.
That's all he's going to say.
He's not going to say anything else.
No.
That's the bit.
He might say, I've got a machine gun, and then ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 in an Alan Rickman voice.
But we'll see how that goes. So,
9!
We don't know what character he's playing. He looks like me in like 20 years if I wore a red hat.
Well, let's look at your Christmas jumper. That's
Yippee-ki-yay.
That's Die Hard related.
It's Die Hard related. I wanted the ho ho ho, I've got a machine gun.
Yeah.
Would we have had to blur that? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Might be okay.
Maybe. Anyway.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Mine's not really Die Hard related, but it's got a picture of him on it.
Yeah. It's got John on it.
Yeah, that's why I got it.
Appreciated.
Now, I've only seen this film, I think twice.
Yeah.
The second of which being yesterday and today. The first of which probably back at uni.
Yeah.
While ago.
On the small screen both times? Well, you had it on a really small screen the other day. You had it on your little...
I had it on the iPad, yeah.
Little iPad. But yeah,
I've never done... No, not done a big screen viewing of it, no.
I watched it... The first time I watched it, I came to it quite late. So I came to it after you, maybe when I was like late 20s. I actually hadn't seen Die Hard. It was one of those like big gaps in my knowledge. And they had a showing at the Prince Charles Cinema. Great cinema.
Oh, so you saw it first time in a cinema?
In a cinema.
Wow.
Like a film print of it. And it was like...
When was it? Christmas time, was it?
It was at Christmas time. It was part of their Christmas film season. They think it's a Christmas film. So do I. It was fantastic. And like on the big screen as well, it pops. It really does.
You can imagine.
How about you, John?
I've seen it once when I was a child, but I can't remember when exactly. And then recently, it took me 3 days to watch it.
It's quite long.
3 days to watch it?
Yeah, because I was doing it before... Well, I was doing it before bed, and then I kept falling asleep, and it's not because it's boring, it's because it's late.
Well, he was delivering presents, obviously.
Yeah.
He's always tired this time of year.
Yeah, and whipping the elves, like getting them to make
especially
toys
Buddy.
quicker.
Yeah, especially Buddy. He's the worst one.
They're not making the chips fast enough.
That took me a second.
Yeah.
Those NVIDIA GPUs, like, they're really taking the time.
Yeah.
So I watched it recently. I played the game quite a lot.
There was a game?
Yeah, there was like I think it might have been PlayStation.
They do spin-off games for all like the big films, yeah.
I played it. It was really difficult. I just remember I kept dying.
Hard or normal?
Just normal.
Just normal.
With a vengeance?
Yes.
With Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah. But
on the third run through?
I remember, I think that was actually probably my first introduction to it, was playing the game before watching the movie.
Fair enough.
That would have been, what, like?
It was a long time ago.
Was it PS1?
Yeah,
PS1,
yeah.
Because the film actually came out
88,
even before our time, just about.
Yeah. I mean, before I was born.
Before all of us were born. Yeah. But
I thought
still,
you might be older. You're 89, are you? Yeah. Fine.
End of 89. So it came out a year before I was born.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
And that's the end of
That's the
one thing I wanted to pick up on is the score.
Okay.
We spoke about this a bit yesterday, and so the building that they're in is called Nakatomi Plaza, and it's like a Japanese business.
I think it's.
Was it?
I think it's sort of like it's because a lot of Japanese businesses were coming across then. Sony came across to LA around that sort of time. There's a big influx of like Japanese businesses.
I think it's where Nike went over there as well.
Yeah.
That sort of time.
And it's I think it's a Fox building.
Yes.
So that's where they.
So I have, as we've had every year, I have a bunch of random facts which we can
Lovely.
get into later on. But one of them is that yes, it's the Fox building. Fox charged rent to themselves.
Oh, cheeky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was their actual building. So the phone numbers on there were real in 88.
Really?
And they got tons and tons of people
Well, yeah,
calling
because
the
everyone
number.
calls numbers as soon as they see it on screen.
Yeah. So they ended up changing it. But the actual numbers and everything on the screen were real. So people could literally call the Nakatomi Plaza or Fox building
And just pester
and pester them, yeah.
Gennaro.
So yeah, the reason I mentioned the Japanese thing is the score is adapted from Beethoven's Ode to Joy.
Yeah, which plays a big part in a crucial scene
Yeah.
when he sees the vault for the first time.
Merry Christmas.
They play that in full then, I don't think.
But they're humming it from the very beginning.
Yeah. Rickman.
Oh, Rickman. So, Ode to Joy from Beethoven was completed in 1824. It's based on a poem by Friedrich Schiller, and it's got themes of peace, hope, and unity, not Christmas.
With all themes of Christmas. Yeah.
But there's a Japanese tradition that the piece basically became a beloved New Year's festive season staple in Japan after German prisoners of World War I shared it with locals. So there's a link between the plaza, the business, the Japanese businessman, German, I think is Alan Rickman's character, German.
Yeah, he's German, yeah.
And now it's a traditional part of Japanese Christmas celebrations. So there's a whole link between all the different things in
I
there
did not know
based on
that.
the score.
It's a good score.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I like that fact.
So we can dive into one of a few things. We can dive into the plot. We can dive into character arcs, symbolism. Done a bit of symbolism in that score there.
Okay.
Where would you like to start?
I'm going to start with how economic it is in its storytelling. Like,
Okay.
Lots of films will over-explain things and will have big, chunky scenes of dialogue where they explain everything. Whereas you find out about his divorce very early on when he's in the front with the limo driver. I can't remember his name, but who's great.
I don't know his name, but yeah.
But and they have this little back and forth, and it's a very realistic conversation. And the fact that he's sitting in the front of the limo sort of shows that he's an everyman. He's not like a hoity-toity. Kind of gives a lot of character. And then when you realise that his wife has changed her name, when he looks it up on because they didn't need to do that. When they type it into the machine, they didn't need to do that. They could have had them talk about the divorce. He could have been explaining it like more to the guy on the plane or whatever. But instead, he types it in, realises she's changed her name, and that is like cut him really deep. And I quite like how economic that is. How, without saying anything, you go, he's divorced, he's cut up about it, and he's annoyed that she's gone back to her old name.
It leaves the viewer to figure it out.
Yeah.
Rather than explicitly being like, this is what happened.
Cute toy.
Yeah, if you have to take a leak, it'll even help you find your zipper.
Is he divorced or is he like? Is there just marriage is going through?
Oh well, there's I don't, maybe they're not divorced, but they're definitely separated by
by distance, because he's the New York cop married to his job, and then she's married to her job in a sense, and then the kids are sort of in between. Yeah. I like that bit where the kids pick up the phone and then they say, "This is the McClane residence." Yeah. Because it's like they still identify with the family. Yeah. So the kids are still in it, but then, and then he is, but then the wife isn't.
Yeah. There's so on the plane, he gets told,
scrunch your toes up on the carpet. We're all barefoot, by the way.
we're
you can't see it, but
no, please don't shoot the glass.
and your feet are fists, or
make fists with your feet.
But you know what that is? That's to do with grounding, isn't it? If you know about grounding, or
about panic attacks and things like that.
Well, it sort of deionizes you. It's also a technique used for time travel. What's it called? Jet lag.
Time travel. You know when you've time traveled. It feels like a fever dream because Santa's next to me and talking about time travel.
Yeah. Well, but it's a well-known grounding technique. Yeah. Which is why he's not wearing shoes throughout the whole thing. Yeah. And the beginning of the film, everything, like you're saying, everything is up in the air. The family's up in the air. Mm-hmm. They're in different locations. The kids are whatever. And throughout that process, he becomes from being ungrounded to grounded.
No, I love the barefoot thing. It's really good because you've got this tough character, but there's like a sense of vulnerability because of the feet.
It shows,
like the bare feet.
Yeah.
And then that's exposed with the glass later on.
Apparently the scene with we're sort of jumping all around, but the scene that's fine. But we're going thematically. But the scene with Alan Rickman meeting McClane for the first time. Hans Gruber meeting John McClane for the first time.
It's one of my facts you're going to take again.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
That wasn't meant to be in there.
Fully improvised.
It improvised, but that is crucial because it's the moment when he looks down at his feet and sees that he's got no shoes on.
I'm a cop from New York.
New York?
Yeah. Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew? Yeah. It's better than being caught with your pants down, huh? I'm John McClane. You're,
Clay.
Then you get the shoot the glass scene later on, and it all sort of ties together so nicely. But again, very little of that is spoken. All of it is just like you see him look down, you see him clock the feet, and it's you know, that scene's only like 2 minutes long.
Arguably the best scene there.
Yeah.
He wasn't even meant to be there.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that kind of that tightness of storytelling where you just cut to the chase and you show. They also show the geography really well in all those things. You know the poster of nude pictures on the wall, which he sort of walked past and he looks the first time and he taps it the second time, taps it the third time. That's to tell you this is where he is in the building, because a lot of the stories above are obviously like building site, and they're quite indistinguishable. But you need to know that he's in this place, and this place is a bit of a safe zone.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, it's a good little bit of storytelling because you're like, it places you. Otherwise, you're just going through all these like random
floors,
because they all look roughly the same. So it's just one little bit of information where it's like, no, he's all right here.
Yeah,
this is where he never gets shot. This is where he knows where he is.
Yeah, and it was a building site at that time as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Santa?
I agree. Ho, ho, ho.
3 ho, ho, ho.
Now I have a machine gun.
Ho, ho, ho.
So just before we go into the character breakdown, and I know we've kind of touched on these different points already, but maybe we should very quickly summarize the plot the overarching story before we go into character details.
Sure.
So, do you want to?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the main overarching theme is reconciliation and separation. I think and the plot from start to finish, I think, very quickly, very briefly. John McClane is a New York-based cop who has separated for whatever reason from his wife, who is in LA, who's a very high-flying businesswoman. She's like second in command there. And he flies over for a Christmas party, because it's a Christmas film. And we wouldn't have Santa here if it wasn't.
I forgot.
No, we all forgot that John's
It's part of my imagination, I thought. Didn't think anyone else could see him.
So he flies over, gets a limo in, and very quickly things turn south. He's barefoot. Obviously, we touched on that because of his scrunching his toes. They have a little conflict, him and his wife, that sort of shows that still that he hasn't quite successfully reconciled that yet. The terrorists come in, take hold of Nakatomi Plaza. They seem very slick. Hans Gruber leads them. Alan Rickman, fantastic performance.
First ever performance,
which is insane. They take over the plaza. McClane escapes. He was never really on the guest list, so he's not a head that needs to be accounted for. He escapes, he gets away. Through a series of, machinations, he gets a walkie-talkie, which is quite crucial because then he's not just talking to himself anymore. He's talking to...
Is it Al?
Yeah,
is that his name?
The cop, who is like constantly saying these lines like, damn it, McClane, you're gonna be the death of me, McClane. You hang in there, buddy.
Hey, look, I love you. So do a lot of the other guys. So you hang in there, man. You hear me? You hang in there.
Yeah, thanks, partner.
Rickman, or Gruber, discovers this. There's a sort of they're all on the same radio frequency. The police eventually get involved. And then, from then on, it's about kind of the inadequacies of cops.
The police, yeah.
Yeah, and then the FBI. Like, there's a big moment when he says, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the FBI. And they sort of just, they're so inept.
You ask for miracles, dear. I give you the FBI.
Was it Johnson & Johnson? Is it Johnson & Johnson? Thompson?
Johnson & Johnson. That's another fact. I'll find it later on.
And they're messing everything up. McClane is what they call him, the monkey in the wrench, the fly in the ointment, that thing. And he's the lone guy who is going to ultimately solve everything.
Yeah.
But the ultimate reconciliation is that I actually think the emotional heart of the film is when he's talking to, is it Al, did you say?
I think it's Al, yeah.
Over the walkie-talkie, and he tells him about, how he shot this child.
13-year-old, yeah.
And then McClane also says that he wants to say he's sorry. And that's sort of quite an important moment, that he realises that the thing is that he said, I love you this so many times, but he never said, I'm sorry. He never sort of apologised for who he was, and his stubbornness was getting in the way of them being together.
Tell her that she's the best thing that ever happened to a bum like me. She's heard me say I love you 1,000 times. She never heard me say I'm sorry. And I want you to tell her that, Al. I want you to tell her that John said that he was sorry. Okay? You got that, man?
Ultimately, that all then wraps up. Gruber falls off a building. We'll get, and the redemption arc for the police officer, he just gets to shoot somebody, which he
gets to shoot somebody to save other people, rather than shooting someone to as an accident, as
a mistake. But
that's his story.
Imagine if that was a white cop. This film would be like, oh. That scene would be like, oh.
Not again.
He's lucky that it's a big Aryan man. He shoots this big sort of all these guys look like sort of mad bodybuilders.
I was going to say, if Mebs from podcast number 2, Forrest, if Mebs was on the podcast, our thumbnail would be like, because it's just him with the long blonde hair.
Yeah. And ultimately that ends up, I forgot to mention that Hans Gruber sort of is trying to masquerade as this political. That's a sort of a side plot where he's masquerading as like a political activist, which is a bit of a smokescreen, and
that's how he tricks the FBI.
And that's why he's creating all this. But he's actually just a
common criminal.
Well, in a bit, that's the thing, and I don't think he likes that fact. I think he likes to differentiate himself between the low status of John McClane, and he's like high status with
the classical education.
You know, like you see him sidling up to the boss. What's his name? It's not Nakatomi. It's the Japanese boss who gets killed.
Don't know his name.
Can't remember his name, but he sidles up to him and they're talking about I've got that suit. I've got the same suit as you.
It's a nice suit.
And then he says, I've got two. He's sort of trying to put himself in that status, which I think is quite interesting.
Nice suit. John Phillips, London. I have two myself.
So that's sort of a potted version of the plot, I think.
Yeah.
I probably rambled, but
Well, we do when we're here, don't we?
That's what I'm here for.
So going from that into character arcs, symbolism, redemption. Character arc of Al we've kind of done.
Yeah.
Obviously John McClane is the main character arc we should probably look at, but I don't know. Alan Rickman might be a more interesting one because we kind of know John McClane's character
foils.
arc.
I think they're foils for each other, so they represent different sides.
Yeah.
As in, they're almost exactly the opposite,
but also very similar.
In what ways do you think they're similar?
Both pretty violent.
It's a violent
for a start.
Yeah, they're both pretty violent.
They both don't seem to like fit in just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're two sides of the same coin. I think is that not the idea? Or do we not agree with that?
Yeah, I can see that. I sort of the problem is I'm very rarely actually, even though it is about Gruber and McClane, I'm often drawn back to thinking about him and his wife, because that is the sort of the thing that's the thing that he holds most important, and the whole. I think the thing that means the most to him is her, and that's why he's constantly trying to he's so worried that they're going to find out that he's related to, that there's that's the person he cares about, because he knows what's going to happen. He knows
there's like a sophistication with Hans Gruber, but I think at various points in the film it sort of makes out that McClane is maybe cleverer.
He's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah,
like really, he's inventive. He's constantly like the sellotape, the tape at the back, and he is, but there, and even in the scene where you think Hans, the famous scene where you think Gruber's got the better of him, McClane gives him an empty gun. Gruber very quickly says, what's his name? He says it's like Clay. He says he's an American. He puts on a dodgy American accent, and it's very clever storytelling, because neither of them know
unplanned as well.
But neither of them know what they look. Neither character
know what they look like.
Know what they look
just
like.
know the voice.
He's a mystery man with the voice, and McClane hasn't spent long at the party. He was in and out almost the party, so he doesn't know every face there.
But Gruber knows what John McClane looks like. No, sounds like.
Yeah. Well, it's freaking obvious. I think it's obvious.
I'm saying one person does know, the other one doesn't.
I think at that point they've talked. They've talked on the radio.
In different accents, though.
Yes.
So at first John doesn't know.
Do you think his accent's that far away from what his accent?
No, I was going to say I could tell.
I'm American. I'm just a common guy.
Alan Rickman.
I'm just can I have a smoke?
I didn't know Nelson Mandela was in that film.
I would like a smoke.
Alan Rickman's accents in that during the whole film are quite funny. Like, he tries to put on this like European one, and then he goes back into like Alan Rickman, and then he goes into.
But they said they put him in that scene because they thought he had a decent American accent.
Yeah,
that's why that scene. Exactly. Obviously,
it's okay.
By mistake.
It's kind of passable, I suppose. But but you realise why McClane's seen through it, because
Yeah. Mm.
I think there's a sort of disguise thing to, so things not being as they seem. So McClane he's meant to be a rough figure in a sense, like compared to his wife even, and yet he's super smart. He's like the most clear thinking person in the room, like, in the whole building, actually. But then Gruber's sort of presented as really slick, but then the mask slips. Yeah. When things don't go to plan, and actually McClane like outsmarts him. So I think that's like that's the character arc. Is you think that John McClane is this or whatever. Yeah. You stereotype him naturally, and then it's the same with Hans Gruber and the German villain. Like super organized and on it and logical. And then it sort of as like, I think that's brought out when, especially when John McClane meets his wife again, and then I think she says to Hans Gruber, "Oh, you're just a common criminal."
After all your posturing, all your little speeches, you're nothing but a common thief.
I am an exceptional thief, Mrs. McClane, and since I'm moving up to kidnapping, you should be more polite. So the mask has fully slipped there.
Yeah, and he hates that she sort of outs him there.
And then McClane comes in and like you said, he reveals that he's outsmarted them with the cowboy thing. And all throughout the whole thing, like it's clear that Hans Gruber is making fun of the fact that he's a cowboy. But eventually it's that takes him down.
It's the quick draw sort of thing. Yeah.
This is what I was looking for, because it is based on...
it's based on a book.
Yeah.
Called The Glass...
I'm trying to find it.
The Glass Tower or something. It's got
something like that.
It wasn't... apparently the book is a lot more... Well, obviously it doesn't have the humour that someone like Bruce Willis brings. And I think that the owl character is less of a thing. I think, there are loads of details, obviously, that are missing. There's no explosion.
I think it's really, really, really different.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, like it's almost like they've taken.
And I don't think
they
do the double bluff of political criminal versus normal criminal as well. So it's one of those ones where they take the basic premise, but it's quite a broad premise anyway.
So yeah, that's the thing I was trying to find is about him being sort of like a modern day cowboy. So we have references with the Yippee-ki-yay and he calls him Mr. Cowboy and just another American who thinks he's John Wayne. They're all...
And there's the Roy Rogers thing.
The Roy Rogers thing as well. They're all in there. But the idea is if you strip away the skyscraper and Christmas, then it's basically a Western just in disguise.
Still the cowboy. Mr. McClane, Americans, all alike. Well, this time John Wayne does not walk off into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Yes, I think it's that. I think it is that, and I think it's another thing as well. I think the Western thing's quite obvious because it's the big bad comes into town. The law enforcement all Westerns are powerless to stop them, and it's usually either a group or a singular, like a Dirty Harry or something. Lone Ranger is very much the only force that can stop them and save this town. And it's Westerns are often usually very self-contained. They're very, some of them do get very epic and go very wide, but a lot of them take place in one town. Bad guy comes in town, he's wearing all black, and they're often suave as well. They're often sort of shown as high status, and the Maverick is often low status. So I do agree that there is.
And all of this takes place in one building.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Western there. But it's an interesting director, John McTiernan, said, is that he said, we're not shooting this like an action movie or a skyscraper movie. He didn't say Western. He said, this is a jungle movie. This is a movie where you're in the jungle, and that's how they kind of shoot it. Everything's moving. The camera is constantly moving, and you're constantly moving through this sort of labyrinth. You're kind of a bit confused as to where everything is initially until all the geography becomes a bit clearer. He wanted to shoot it in the similar way that you would snake through forests with like all the big piles of industrial debris and things like that, and the plastic sheeting. A really good example of that is where the saw scene where he turns the buzzsaw on, and it's like a bit of a game of cat and mouse, and the guy hears the saw and comes over, and then they have that fight on the stairwell. That's how a jungle scene would. That's almost like someone laying a trap in the jungle, and then someone going through the trees and realizing it's a trap, and then it's too late. And I think
just like Home Alone,
there is a bit of Home Alone-ness there,
with the glass,
and also the glass is very Home Alone, but from the other side, which is an unusual twist on it, and also the sort of bomb that he makes. And then dropping it down the elevator shaft.
Oh, the C4.
That's quite like a heightened version of a Home Alone-y sort of.
It's the non-cartoony version of Home Alone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't really think about the connection between those two films.
Yeah.
And 4 years apart.
Yeah, it feels weird. It feels like one is securely in the 80s and one is very much of the 90s. Very much, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I didn't really think about that in the...
So it's like Rambo and a Western.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
I think we kind of figure out McClane's character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Al the policeman, very straightforward.
Yeah. He's a straightforward guy. He's a straight talking guy.
Shoots from the hip.
Damn it, McClane. These hostess Twinkies.
Well, you do have a sort of redemption thing, don't you, with Al?
Yeah, we spoke about the redemption with Al. I think it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
What about Hans?
I think the key to Hans Gruber, in terms of not just him being revealed, that's a big deal for him, and that's a big mask that slips, as you said. I think there's a key scene in the film where he shoots the Japanese boss, and the Japanese boss is set up as a really nice guy. He's set up as a decent guy very quickly. Another bit of economy there. They just set him up in a couple of scenes. You see that he's like decent. You see that he's good. He seems very humble. And then they get Gruber to kill him. I think that's quite clever, because if he didn't kill the boss, you might be on Gruber's side throughout the whole film. You might be kind of hoping that Gruber pulled it off. But because he's done something in such cold blood, and to seemingly a benign character, it's not like when he kills the guy who's doing cocaine. It's not like it's not like that moment, because that moment is someone being killed by their own hubris and being like, baby, I'm the deal maker. That's not.
You're made to not like him in the beginning.
You need to have that seeded in, that he is at the heart. No matter how smooth he is, no matter how charming he is at the heart of it. The bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, because he could be seen as a good guy if that didn't happen.
Yeah,
he's trying to take down a multinational.
Especially if he stays a political terrorist, that muddies the waters completely. Because then you're like, well, I don't know what the situation was like. I don't know how bad both sides were.
Yeah,
but they need to strip all that away from him. They need to strip that facade to make him sort of reveal him for who he is.
So do you think it's like they sort of go in opposite ways? McClane, you think he's not that clever, and he gets cleverer and cleverer.
Yeah.
And Status as well. And for Hans, it's the opposite. You think he starts off there, but he mask after mask, layer after layer comes off.
Yeah.
And they sort of...
almost as his bodyguards are being picked off one by one, it's like the shell around him gets weaker and weaker.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Voldemort-y sort of vibe. It is... I think it is a bit of that. And I think no one else could have played it apart from Alan Rickman. I really think.
No, I can throw another fact in here. He was...
Throw it.
He was incredibly nervous about his performance the whole way through. He thought he was flopping it. He thought he had completely flopped. He was completely nervous about his performance, and he's turned out to be one of the most solidified villain characters of all time.
And it directly meant that he got Harry Potter and Snape. Like the way he moves is unlike any villain prior to that. He sort of sweeps in every time he moves. Like the way McClane moves is sort of low and stealthy and light on his feet, but like there's like some heft to him. He just sort of glides across. Gliding, and they do that in Harry Potter with his swooping
cape.
They're constantly utilising the way he moves, the odd stiff but glidey sort of way. It's and he's making so many big choices in the.
I like how he touches everything.
Yeah.
The code, please.
And he fondles his gun.
Everything's sensual.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And he speaks slowly. He speaks a bit like Nelson Mandela, as we've discussed. I'll work on that impression.
Yeah.
Potter.
Yeah. I mean, I knew him from Harry Potter before this.
Yeah. I probably was introduced to him.
Yeah.
And Love Actually as well, another Christmas film.
Yeah, he doesn't really fit into that, does he?
He's
smooth enough, but he's not. I don't know.
He's not a big character.
You still give like villain vibes.
Yeah, well, but then I think that's quite a useful shorthand that lots of directors use. Is they go, well, who's going to come across as like not a great husband? Even though Alan Rickman
actually is, yeah.
But even though Alan Rickman in real life was apparently the nicest guy.
Yeah,
it's interesting that they sometimes typecast those sorts of people, and they go, well,
Well, they did that with Harry Potter as well, because all the way through until, I don't know, even is it film 7 maybe, where it reveals that he's been protecting them the whole time, and he was friends with Harry's dad, and like his character and his demeanor takes you one way, and then suddenly it reveals actually he's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not in this one.
All you gotta do is pull the trigger. Come on.
33. Stockwerk. Kommt. Sofort. Put down the gun. And give me my detonators.
Well. Hans.
I think we should get down to the point. We've rambled enough.
While we're all here.
Yeah.
The showdown.
Christmas film or not a Christmas film?
John.
I think it's a Christmas film.
I think it's a Christmas film. And I think Praja's a moron. Merry Christmas.
You're going to have to put a thing of that headline up here somewhere, because that's going to be very out of context for a lot of people.
Well, yes. Yeah, it's...
what was it? It was...
There was a Guardian, and they did a survey of it wasn't
of UK
people, citizens. And I think it was only like 2,000, so it's not a huge sample size. The headline thing, which I think they know what they're doing, they're going. The grabbiest headline was "Die Hard is not a Christmas film because of what 2,000 morons think."
So, I don't think it's a Christmas film in the traditional sense of a Christmas film. I think it is. I think it's like an anti-Christmas film at Christmas time.
Okay.
Because it's not like. I guess it ends with family, happy, Christmas trees, whatever. But it's not. I don't know. It's an action film set at Christmas.
And it was released. It was a summer blockbuster, but that's not unusual because that's when blockbusters released. So that doesn't really hold it to any of that. It has been fully adopted by pretty much every cinema chain, and doing re-releases along with Gremlins and things like that, which might not be considered Christmas films as well. As it's been sort of in the years coming after, it's been put into those schedules. I can see the arguments for it not being a Christmas film because. Actually, no, I can't see the argument. No, I was being generous there.
I was looking this sort of stuff up because I might have changed my mind.
I think,
but if you were to take Home Alone and remove Christmas, it's a thief/comedy film.
I think
not necessarily a Christmas film.
I think Home Alone is a very good comparison. Yeah, because
you got similar.
Well, the situation only arrives in both films because of Christmas. Who's going to an office Easter party? Who's going to an office? The reason why it's an office party that is crucial to the plot, because it is, the reason why he's separated from his wife is because she's become so successful and he can't handle that. and it's because of that business. So you don't get like office summer party, but an office Christmas party is a thing. It's kind of crucial to the plot. It's the reason why all the police are sort of not in it, and you can sort of excuse some of the poor, shoddy police work by the fact that it's the holidays. I think it's kind of crucial for the plot that it's an office Christmas party that brings them together.
Yeah.
They also, I mean, like, there's the little trappings of things like, I think about 5 or 6 Christmas songs get played.
There are, yeah.
There's obviously references to Santa, and there's so many trappings of a Christmas film about family and unity as well, which are crucial parts. I would argue that if Die Hard isn't a Christmas film, Home Alone's not a Christmas film either, because
they could just be going on a summer holiday.
Because it could be a summer. That actually is almost like it's weaker. It's a weaker construct because actually it doesn't need to. But then it has the same thing with the police, about the police not being on it because it's Christmas, and like it being kind of deserted because it's Christmas.
I mean, there's certainly similar levels of violence in both films.
Yeah.
What version of Home Alone did you watch?
Well, even in Home Alone,
R-rated.
I think Home Alone 2, they were like, how many times would the wet bandits have died?
Oh
Technically,
yes,
like,
yeah. From all the paint
the
cans
brick to the head from the 20th floor.
It was about 6 to 8 times.
Yeah.
So
which would put their death counts fairly similar.
Yeah. So I think I might be coming around.
You might be.
I think because in my mind, Christmas film is like, Elf, Home Alone, like funny family.
You can watch it
light-hearted
with your children,
rather than terrorists. And
it's certainly not a family film, but I can see why people have really co-opted it as a Christmas film. I can see why people have pulled it into that, because there are so many of the trappings, there are so many of the plot devices of Christmas, and there's so many of the familiar themes of Christmas. And it's not, I don't think Christmas is incidental to it at all. I think it's like interwoven and kind of crucial to the plot.
Also, I think, the turmoil with the family is obviously quite a common thing at Christmas. Like, it's got the highest levels of divorce and conflict.
But in Christmas films, it's always where the family comes together. That's usually the point of most Christmas films, is the families eventually come together.
Yeah, which
it does do in this.
It does.
It does do in this.
And it even some small things, like it snows at the end. All the bank bonds like flutter down, and it's a white Christmas all of a sudden. It's using symbolism the whole time to go, Christmas. This is, this is part of the Christmas canon.
And it's got some of the anti-corporates and corporate stuff in that was evident in Elf.
Yeah.
Which is quite a common theme in Christmas films. So I think it's almost got all of.
Yeah, it's got the corporate excess thing. It's got peace and goodwill overlaying the greed from each of the characters, and the Christmas thing is kind of like a ironic thing.
Yeah.
In the film, but I do think, I think if Home Alone's a Christmas film, this has to be as well.
Yeah, that's my. I think that's the key argument. I think the fact that they both have such similar through lines, and such similar reasons for someone to be isolated, or reason for someone to be, locked in a building.
It's like an adult version of Home Alone, except you're, I don't know,
if the movie,
building alone, whatever we want to call it. It's just
the building was kind of crucial to the whole thing as well. Just on a little side tangent, the poster didn't actually have Bruce Willis on it initially, because he wasn't a big deal.
Do you know who was meant to play him?
Clint Eastwood and Richard Gere. Yeah,
Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah, Frank Sinatra. Yeah, it went round the houses quite a lot, but all of those were attached as well. And it would have been a different
Eastwood
film.
thing would make sense with the whole cowboy, wouldn't it?
But it wouldn't have the humour. Yeah. And I do think that there's a crucial thing that Bruce Willis does, which a lot of actors would fall under the pressure of, is saying things out loud. He's speaking to himself before he gets the walkie-talkie, he's just speaking to himself. And he's revealing plot, he's revealing character, he's revealing all of that. A lot of actors couldn't pull that off, but he's talking to himself the whole time with these quippy one-liners, but he's revealing a lot with them. And then they give him the walkie-talkie to make more sense of it. Otherwise, he'd just seem a bit mad.
I know what a TV dinner feels like.
I think I think Bruce Willis is, and the sort of innate sadness with Bruce Willis. Clint Eastwood doesn't seem that sad. He seems quite happy that he's been, he's going,
I mean, you've seen Gran Torino. He's grumpy.
But that's old Clint Eastwood. That's not the Clint Eastwood that would have stepped into this film.
True.
The Clint Eastwood that stepped into this film would be the Dirty Harry, coming off the back of all of those films.
I'm not too cleared up on it, but
just different personas. Whereas Bruce Willis seems quite sad, even though he seems there's bravado there. When he's like close to tears, you believe him. You're like, yeah, he seems a bit cut up about this. But yeah, that was just a lot.
Not done enough grounding. That's why.
Not done enough grounding, or too much at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If you were to rename that whole movie instead of Die Hard and you called it A Christmas at Nakatomi Plaza, then it would.
Well, the Die Hard wasn't actually a phrase before the film happened.
No.
It was just like I think it was a car battery called the Die Hard, which is why they didn't want to name it that title initially, because everyone would be like, because Sears, I think, a shop in America, had a car battery called the Die Hard, which didn't die.
This is before the film?
Yep.
Right.
And they were like, oh, why would you want to call it after a battery? It's like calling a film Energizer or Duracell or Duracell Bunny. Like people over here would be like, it's quite a famous battery. It doesn't sound good. And it didn't. I think in France it was called the Crystal Jungle, which ties back, because I don't think Die Hard would translate. I think they'd be like, what?
Doesn't make much sense in English either.
No, but it sounds good, doesn't it? And it means that you can say a good day to die hard with a vengeance. They all sound kind of impactful.
Except he doesn't die.
No, he never dies hard. Well, one person who does die hard is Hans Gruber. Now, I've got a little, because it's Christmas time, I've got a little present.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
Oh, hopefully it's a Christmas gun.
We can put it.
Can you give this to Prajay and go, ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. It's for both.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa. creepy Santa. We've got your present from last year still on the shelf there.
Yeah. But gotta have a present every year. You don't just say to someone, I got your present last year.
No, I'm saying we've
Sorry,
kept
Mum.
I'm saying we've kept it. We've not opened it. We've left it on the...
This one I think you have to open.
Okay.
And you should probably arrange it now. I mean, we can fast forward. I can fast forward.
No way. Is this literally Nakatomi Plaza?
Yeah, and it's an advent calendar. So open it up.
Okay.
It's an advent calendar of Nakatomi Plaza with... You count down the days with the falling Hans Gruber.
We might need some scissors for this one.
Use your teeth, Prajay. Get those veneers round it.
We got it. It's always a smart way to do things. Animal.
I feel like it should be fairly easy to put together.
We're putting it together on air.
Yeah, you got to put together on air, sure, because we want to have it up.
Oh wow!
Prajay, you can do it. I don't like.
You might have to zoom in on this when you edit.
Yeah, I'll zoom in on that. It's quite fun, isn't it?
It is fun. Yeah. Well.
And
should we go into the some of the facts while we do this, because I have a fact about this little guy.
Okay.
You know the slow motion bit where he begins to fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The slow motion bit where he begins to fall. Obviously he's on a wire and they're counting like 1, 2, 3, drop. Mm-hmm. They dropped him on 1 on purpose.
What, to get a reaction
and
of just like...
that literal terror you see at the beginning of the drop
is
real.
I think that's a really clever thing that directors...
I would be so ready for that though. Like, it's just you hear it all the time, don't you?
Well, they purposely want to... There's plenty of films where they keep actors separate and surprise them with the other actor being there, and
to get a real reaction to it.
To get a visceral reaction to it.
Yeah, and he falls down, right?
I think it's the 4th.
We're revealing that.
So hold on, I'll do the noise. No. It's fun, isn't it? I'm not sure how sturdy it is.
When are we releasing this? And they're not. It's not the 4th.
Don't tie me to a date. I don't want to.
Well, we can't release it on the normal time of like 28th or whatever. So
yeah,
we'll pretend it's like the I don't know 20th or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you want it to be upside down? Surely. There you go.
It's good fun, isn't it?
That's great. Yeah, we're gonna add that to
stuff. I don't think we do that now.
The placement with the Santa might not be ideal.
Just pop them here.
We'll put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the.
It's not the sturdiest.
That's one of the facts.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some more. Have you watched Moonlighting? This sitcom that he was on before, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I haven't, but I'm aware that the reason. Well, I'm aware that he was on it while they were shooting.
Yeah.
Is that one of your facts?
Do you know why he could be on the film? Because his co-star got pregnant at exactly the right time.
Is that right? I did not know that.
Yeah. Sybil Shepherd. I've not seen.
No, it was a big show. He was very popular, but they were unsure as to whether he was going to.
And it's a very different role as well.
Yes. Yeah, but they had him for limited amounts of time for some of the shooting of Die Hard, I believe, because they were shooting parts of Moonlighting whilst filming. But that meant that they focused on some other characters, and I think they might have introduced Al as beefed up his part so that you could have more cutaways of Al going, damn it, McClane.
Yeah.
You're a good cop. He's so funny.
He is.
He's good. He's cheesy, but in a really good way.
Yeah, although it's cheesy now, would it have been cheesy in 80s?
Maybe not.
Probably not.
I like his car wreck. That's really, that's like God.
So we spoke about Frank Sinatra. Die Hard's it's based on a sequel to Sinatra's film The Detective.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. But he had first contractual refusal to play the role. And he said, I'm too old and too rich.
I think that makes sense. I mean, at that point, you're just like, do I need to be doing this? Also, there's going to be quite a lot of stunt work. And even though you're not going to be doing your own stunts, it's still going to be draining. Yeah.
Did you know that Bruce Willis is 2/3 deaf in one ear?
No, I didn't know that.
Because of this film.
Oh.
They wanted... So the gunshots stuff that you hear...
They're blanks.
They're blanks. They're louder blanks. They've done something to them or whatever to make them louder. And he's literally 2/3 deaf in one ear because of the scenes in this film.
Repeated trauma.
They had to wear hearing aids in other films to compensate.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, crazy.
Can I tell you a little fact quickly?
No.
I think Bruce Willis was the highest paid actor at this point for this film.
5 million.
5 million. And they did it knowing that it would be broken like a couple of weeks later. I think they knew that they just needed to say it's the highest paid, he's the highest paid.
What was breaking it a couple of weeks later?
I don't know. But I'm pretty certain that because within a few years, Jim Carrey had broken it by 4 times, 20 million. So I think it would. I think the way things were going in Hollywood at that moment, it would have been broken, next week.
Yeah.
But that meant that they couldn't afford quite a lot of the people that they might have wanted for some of the roles, like big actors. So they ended up getting people from TV and people from British theatre, like Alan Rickman, because they're cheaper. So you end up casting for the character rather than the name.
Yeah, which is
because you could have had a suave, British actor who's done loads of film.
But I think that's better. You create the stars. It's like when we hire people.
Yeah,
you hire on talent and character, not necessarily labels and whatever else.
And that sort of innate, those innate characteristics that people can have. Because I think Alan Rickman has something innate in him that sort of reads as threatening or reads as suave or
yeah, but they're also moldable.
Yeah.
Which people that are already really well known, Sinatra or Bruce Willis
they've
now,
got
or
a star
whatever,
persona.
They've been molded already,
and it might interrupt with the film or what you're trying to do because suddenly you're in a Frank Sinatra film or whatever that is. Like Ocean's 11 and things like that. He was
a bit of singing as well.
A bit of crooning. He could have sung a Christmas song at the end. It probably would have been better. Let it snow.
Alan Rickman injured himself.
Did he?
So when they dropped him a second earlier than he was expecting to be dropped,
they forgot to put the crash mat.
No, he injured his knee when he jumped from a small ledge.
No, that was
earlier in the shoot.
Yeah, it doesn't really compare with like the Tom Cruise breaking his leg and continuing.
Yeah,
the
but
take.
Tom Cruise, this is just ridiculous.
The Jackie Chan one.
Jackie Chan.
Like he said like the most terrifying stunt he did. I think he like was sliding down that building.
Oh yeah.
And that was all. I was like, I could have died from that one.
Yeah.
So
and then he fell off.
Hour 3, 2.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't.
And there's also one where he falls off like some awnings.
Oh gosh.
And
that's Rush Hour 2. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
Properly
remember.
hairy.
Apparently, Gen Z are cancelling Rush Hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Saying it's racist.
I haven't rewatched it, to be fair, but
I quite liked it.
Also, I don't think you can really cancel these films. Like, there's plenty.
Similar sort of time though, 80 something, 89, 90.
I'd have thought Rush Hour would be like
Rush Hour was later,
or the 94.
Oh, I think it would be like early 90s, like maybe 93 or 94.
Yeah,
I'd have thought. I don't know.
I've given you these ones already. Actually, Fox charged themselves rent for Nakatomi Plaza, and then you could ring them because the phone number was real.
They use 55. Is it 555 numbers now? Like that just definitely aren't real, or they use like a weird code now before numbers, so they're just not real because of that very reason. I think because everyone calls them. Yeah.
No, I don't know what they use, but
Bruce Willis was born in Germany, so he's actually the most German person.
Yes, yeah. He's like an army. His parents were like in the army, I think.
Yeah.
Or his dad was, I think.
Yeah.
It shows.
So, like, the idea is that it's meant to happen as a magical one-night adventure, like Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, yeah.
Except at Christmas with guns and explosions.
Yeah.
Instead of fairies.
But it is, I like that. It's a sort of self-contained, and it feels so cut off from the rest of LA, like location-wise as well, doesn't it? It feels.
Well,
like,
again, the whole film's in one.
But not just in one thing. It's not just in one building in the middle of LA or in the middle of New York. It's like it feels like it's quite far away and quite hard to get to. You know, it feels like it's remote in its setting anyway, and then you have this, and then it's locked off because it's got all these advanced security. So it does have that that like completely hermetically sealed. And I like the little detail where they're at the top of the building and then you see the gun flashes, and you go from like hearing these really loud blanks, as you were saying, and like these really loud gunshots that made Bruce Willis deaf. But you go down to ground level and you're like, oh, it's just light. It's just like, it doesn't have the same impact. It's like, it's suddenly you realise how remote they are and how like, from a distance, you wouldn't even know what that was.
Also reminds you of a Christmas tree, Christmas lights. And that sort of thing.
They weren't going to explode the building. That was not part of the plot until the producer, I think his name's Joel Silver, came on. And he said, he read the script, he was like, I love the script, it looks great, but it's insane that we don't blow it up. But we've got this great building, we need to blow it up, otherwise what will people think? Yeah. And he was right. He was right that actually you need that spectacle and you need that clip for the trailer and you need to sell it. Because if you just have that building, if the denouement of the film is Alan Rickman just falls off a building, and
it's clever how they.
It's a bit flat, but you need the bombastic explosion of it all.
They're clever how they simulated the explosions too, because they used like lighting from inside the building, strobe lighting, and then loads of them all at once, and then they just superimposed the explosion on top.
Very clever.
Oh, the where Hans Gruber's name came from was a spy comedy in '66 called Our Man Flint. They literally copied the same name. They didn't even change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The marital argument was improvised.
And that's a really good scene. That's quite a crucial.
Yeah.
Again, all these crucial scenes seem to be improvised.
Yeah, it's always the ones that are, not planned, that seem to be the most realistic. They literally just said, just go at each other.
And it really works. Yeah. You really believe that they're sort of, all their problems are real.
Yeah. And when that came, from Moonlighting, it's from the sitcom or series that he was in.
Yeah.
was obviously drawn inspiration from that and just put it into this role. Arnold Schwarzenegger turned down the role.
It would be, I think it'd be a much worse film with him in it.
But
Imagine him delivering those sort of like comedic lines would be awful. And also it then becomes like closer to a Commando film or a Rambo film, and you know, the director eventually did work with Arnold Schwarzenegger on there's The Last Action Hero.
There's a dig in the film, isn't there?
What's that?
A dig at Schwarzenegger in the film. It's like there's enough explosives to orbit Schwarzenegger.
Yes, yeah.
So
and
because he turned it down,
mentioned Rambo as well. I think there's a mention of Rambo in there somewhere.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think there might be, but I can't think where.
It might be right. Vaguely, yeah.
But it's interesting how that he becomes a different kind of action hero, a different, like, not the muscle bound, like, because Schwarzenegger had worked with McTiernan on the previous film Predator, and that sort of guy just does. I don't think it fit. He doesn't. Also, do you believe Schwarzenegger is a New York cop? I'm a New York copper. I'm just
put the cookie down.
I'm just a New York copper. I'm an average Joe. Like, I don't think so. I don't think you are an average Joe. I think you are a muscle back. Like
but also his accent with
and he'd look too much like all the henchmen. He'd make more sense as the henchman.
Yeah, on the other side.
He's too big for that. But like he doesn't suit that. You'd have to change the entire. You'd have to change the villain. You'd have to change the entire.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't work. I don't think.
No,
I think Bruce Willis with the pathos really does help.
Yeah, a lot of things all just fell into place for it to work exactly how it works.
Yeah, prepare to die hard.
You mentioned Johnson and Johnson.
Not related.
No relation, no.
What you doing, man? I'm Agent Johnson. This is Special Agent Johnson.
Oh, how you doing?
No relation.
I'm Dwayne Robinson, LAPD. I'm in charge here.
Not anymore.
Is it McTiernan you said was the...
John McTiernan, yeah.
Is the not director?
He's the director.
Director. He just liked the name Johnson so much that he put it in everywhere. Reginald Vell Johnson... in the cast, he kept having characters say it as a quiet inside joke so that the guy knew that he was talking about him. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But it is an inside joke, and he just really liked the name Johnson.
I like that.
Yeah. The bit where... We're almost done. The bit where he falls down the shaft, the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
The stuntman literally slipped and missed.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No longer with us. Don't know.
I don't think he died very hard. But yeah, so the bit, he falls and he misses that first bit and he catches himself.
Which would be...
That was real.
What?
That was real.
Well, someone was able to do that?
Obviously they're like in wires and stuff, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't think
to take your whole body weight with your... Is it when he takes his whole body weight with his just like...
Yeah. The stuntman was supposed to grab the first ledge and he missed it. He dropped further than they planned and he caught the lower one. And the editor stitched it together.
Yeah, the editing's great on this. I think he got nominated for an award for that.
And stuntmen are special though. They're like absolute beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's their job, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. There's the guy that the henchman on the other side where he's got his gun, he's in the middle of the fight scene and he goes and grabs the candy bar.
Yeah, that's very
That
good.
was improvised. He just wanted a candy bar.
But it's nice.
But it kept him him doing that kept him in the film longer than they would have kept him in. They killed him off later.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I like that all the small characters have little bits as well.
Yeah.
Like, to make them individuals. When they're turning the power off, you could have very easily gone to that guy who's down the shaft, all in the manhole.
Elevator shaft.
No, in the manhole. The guy who's going to turn the power off, the worker guy.
Yeah.
It could be very easy for him to say, turn the power off. And he goes, okay. And then he's like, no, my boss is going to kill me. And then, they have this whole... They give that character way more time than he needs, like to sort of show that he's a real person and that he goes, no, I'll lose my job or whatever. And then I like all those little moments where, especially with, like the office work as well. The guy doing cocaine. You know everything you need to know about that guy from his first interaction, the way he interacts with the boss,
mannerisms,
all of his things, the way he's getting restless throughout the whole thing, and he's just like, I just want to end this. You know how he is just the wrong guy for this occasion, and I think quite economical again.
Yeah, but I don't think there is a character that doesn't. There isn't a character that doesn't have a glimpse of personality.
Yeah, like the limo driver's got bags, but even the guy going to the safe, he's almost like the main other villain in a way, because they cut to him so often because he's drilling through the things and he's got quippy one-liners and things like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
good film, good Christmas film.
Admit it. I'd agree with you.
Admit it.
Dave's not going to be happy with me.
Give me three ho-hos for that. Ho, ho, ho. Lovely.
Where do we rate this on a scale of the 3 ones that we've done so far? Home Alone, Elf, and Die Hard.
Well, as a Christmas film, I'd probably still put both Elf and Home Alone above it.
Okay, so you do agree with me then?
No, I think Die Hard is a much better film than both of those films. I think Die Hard
go.
I think Die Hard is like tight. There's not really, even though you say it's long. There's everything works in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in terms
to
of
the
how
to the goal.
Films, in terms of a script and everything else, filming and
I think it is like a much better film than both those films. But I do think that, if I was being completely honest with myself, I would probably put on Elf or Home Alone before Die Hard.
Yeah.
Same. But equally, I would only kind of watch Die Hard at Christmas now. I sort of have. I think the only 3 times I've watched it is all been at Christmas time. So I think it's definitely entered there. But I don't think it's like a.
It's only taken 30 years, 35 years to do that.
yeah.
I think it takes away. You've got to take away some points just because, like, you can't watch it with your kids or.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a while until I show Laura the Die Hard.
She's already seen it.
You need to see this. Sit down and watch this with me. He's bad. That's why he's falling from a building. Laura. And if you're bad, you'll fall from a building.
What a way to end.
So was it to mark that occasion? I've got a gun from.
We have a gift for you as well.
Oh,
that is for Nora.
Oh, for Nora. Yeah. Well, I'll put this on my lap for your outro. There you go. It's kind of for me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for you.
Yeah, she can play with it sometimes when
she's old enough to understand it.
Thank you, guys. That's very kind.
That's all right.
She'll love it.
So thank you for joining us for this episode of the Education Lounge podcast. Thank you for Andrew for joining us on this and sharing some brilliant facts about Die Hard along with Prajo for putting them together. If you want to watch some more content related to Christmas, click here and here.
Some real Christmas films.
And yippee-ki-yay, mother.
The Education Lounge podcast.